All right, what's happening, y'all? This Keenan from In the Smoke with Keenan. Yeah, and I got some spare ribs that I done trimmed up real nice into some St. Louis cut. And I'm about to straight up put some serious flavors on there. Probably a flavor combination you never heard of. But first, let's go get this legacy fired up. So with this first rack, this is what I did. This is an overnight process. I took these ribs here, cleaned them up, St. Louis style. Right, got all my tips. Got all my tips ready. But I took the ribs and I rolled them up like this. Okay, put them in the bag, and then I covered them with this seasoned soy sauce I got. This right here, but I'm gonna show it to you after I take these gloves off because I don't want to touch the bottle with my hands all nasty. So as you can see, these bad boys are shining. You see that? And this is what I covered them with, this soy sauce right here from Lee Kum Kee. Everybody should know what's up with some Lee Kum Kee. They got wonderful products out there, and if you definitely want to get into some Asian flavor cooking, Lee Kum Kee is one to go to. But this is the seasoning soy sauce, and I tasted this. This does not taste like regular soy sauce. This stuff is seasoned and it tastes real good, and I just may have found a binder. All right, now after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and dust it with some of this Mamacita's Tocino. It says marinated mix, but I'm gonna use it as a dry rub. This is good old Filipino bacon, boy. So let's get to dusting. Got that done, and the sauce that I'm going to be painting these bad boys with, and first of all, look at that. I mean, really? If you notice the little pinkish color, that's because it has a natto seed in it. All right, so this other rack, I did the same way. Rolled the ribs up, as you can see. They're in the little roll right there. I got the tips, and all I did, I'm actually just open this up and leave them. All I did, I seasoned them with this right here. With this right here. Found this at Sam's Club, man. Kinder's got some serious business out there, and I'm running through the catalog. This is the Cuban Blend with citrus and garlic, and I knew it'd be good on some pork, so I got that right there seasoned up. As you can see, them bad boys been seasoned overnight, and I'm gonna go ahead and sauce it with this right here, this peppercorn blend sauce. It looked like it has a blend of 5 peppercorns, 5 peppers. And I seen this in the store. I had it for a while. I want to try it. When I bought it, it was like on sale for like $1 something. And then I seen it moving on the grocery store shelves, and then they raised the price. So I'm glad I got it real cheap. All right, let's get to the smoke. So we got this bad boy up to like 250. We rolling. Let me close that. Letting some of that dirty smoke out. So let's get this loaded up with these ribs. And of course, you know, this weather had me inside. It was raining a lot here in San Diego. So since we warming up, I'm gonna definitely be out here putting the old clean down on the old pit. So these are the Tocino ribs. And we're gonna layer these bad boys up first. I'm trying to figure out how to do it without crowding it. And I'm gonna take out, let me set those right there. These are the ones that are seasoned with the Kinder's Cuban right there. And I think I'm gonna turn these around because this is the thicker part and that's the thinner part, and I don't want that to dry out. Once I got to trimming these bad boys, you know, this is what I ended up with. They're pretty decent size. And then I'm gonna take the tips, put them up here. That's the Tocino tip. I'm gonna reach across here, And I'm gonna put the Cuban tip right there. Let me spin this around because we want that part to the bone, the thicker part to the heat of the fire. And then the other little pieces, like this right here, I'm just gonna layer up in here. And I got some of each flavor, as you can see. So we just gonna layer these bad boys up in here. Actually, I'm gonna throw that one right there because that's gonna be done early, and that's pitmaster privilege right there, to taste the meat before everybody else. And I'm gonna throw that little piece right there too, because I know that's gonna be done early. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this kind of directly over the coals for that. And also, I got a little flap with just all meat. I'm gonna throw that right there so I can get a good sample of the flavor profile that I'm working with. So in addition to this, I'm done. Let's get these gloves off. I'm gonna go ahead and load up a couple chunks of this Kingsford Cherry. We're gonna close it down and we're gonna let it do its thing. Back in a minute. You ever buy that stuffed salmon from Costco or Sam's Club or whatever else is called in your neck of the woods? Let me show you how to put some stank on it. Yeah, just like that. Put it on your grill and let it smoke. All right, so don't mind the boy in the background. But just like I anticipated, that little piece got done pretty quick. I'm doing these hot and fast, baby. I'm running at like 275, 300. So I'm gonna be watching them. But this is that little piece with the soy and the Tocino mix. It only been on there for about 30 minutes or so. Got a little smoke ring in there. I'm on to something there. This is the piece with the Cuban. I think I might not put that sauce on there. All right, so we're about a good hour and a half in, and I'm running at like 300, knocking these out hot and fast. Got my little tips here that I'm gonna definitely be snacking on. But so far so good. We got a little blood pooling and all that. We're getting some good color underneath. Them tips up there is getting good. You know, I got my little piece I'm just letting break down so I can gnaw on that bad boy. And also went on ahead and threw some of that salmon up there. That salmon that you get from Costco or Sam's Club, that stuffed salmon. So as you can see, everything is coming along. Kingsford is running, got that cherry wood chunk on there. So yeah, all right, let's keep it going. Quick little update there. Went on ahead and added some more charcoal, and I got the door open right here to let that dirty smoke out. All right, because we don't want to ruin the flavor that we got on them ribs. Them little rib tip pieces that I can't even, you know, if they had taste of vision, I'll rub a piece of meat on my phone and see if you could lick your own screen. All right, back in a minute. So I decided to move these bad boys over to get a little color on them. See how we looking. Oh yeah, look at that. You know, just grilling off some good ribs. You know, we started off indirect to get some smoke in there penetrated. So now we just working on some color. I don't know if I'm a wrap. I probably won't, because the little rib tips that I had, them bad boys was tender. So I know all this is gonna be tender. So we're just sitting here grilling these bad boys off now. And I may wrap this one because that's a little thick right there. So we may just be smart and use our common sense and wrap that up. But the rest of these bad boys, man, we're just gonna grill off because it's some small racks. You know, once I trimmed them up, they definitely got a nice size to them, but they're not huge. So, you know, these shouldn't take too much longer. So when I be back, man, we're gonna be eating back in a minute. After about a good 3.5, 4 hours of smoking, I did put them on some direct heat to get some color on them. And then I went ahead and wrapped them for about an hour. So, you know, it wasn't, you know, I didn't have to slow for a long time, but I did get these bad boys done. Actually, I think it was probably about 4 hours of total cook time and all that. So this is the Cuban seasoned one. That's my tip right there, as you can see. All right, I don't want to lose that juice, so I'm gonna close that back up. And we're gonna set this off to the side. Now here go that rack for the Cuban. Oh yeah, we got some good pullback on them binones. Look at that. All right, now I'm gonna set these aside. No, I ain't gonna set them aside. I'm just gonna spin it. Well, let's get a look at that, the soy and the Tocino. Oh yeah. And you get both different smells from the seasonings. It just don't smell like one thing. Man. See, that smell totally different. When you go here to there, it smells totally different. You smell the garlic and the citrus in that. I was gonna sauce those, but I decided not to because I felt the sauce would ruin the rub. And I didn't want to mess that up. So I'm gonna actually have some sauce on the side to try it. Paint a little rib with it, sauce on the side. Oh yeah, we got that pullback. Let's get it going. All right, so here we go. Tocino. Tastes like straight ham on a stick. I mean, look how tender. Let's try them Cuban ones. I really don't want to put the sauce on there. I'm dead serious, because I taste those little pieces that I had that finished early. Man. All right. There we go. Clean off that bone, boy. Like you don't need nothing else on these. You know what? Let's try some sauce. So this is the sauce. 5 peppercorn barbecue sauce. All right. I want to try that. A little something on there. It worked. It works. But just on the Kingsford and the Kingsford Cherry Wood Chunks, that's all I need. So let's get a quick recap. So I started off with 2 racks of spare ribs I trimmed up into a St. Louis cut, separated the rib tips and all that. And then I rolled the ribs up, placed them in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and poured some of this Lee Kum Kee seasoned soy sauce on it. And then I was going to put some rib sauce on there, but they were tasting so good, you know, I'm just have to figure out something else to do with that rib sauce. So in the beginning of the video, you're going to hear me mention the rib sauce, but I didn't use it because the flavor was so good with just the smoke, the soy sauce. And then I sprinkled it with some of this Mamacita's Tocino mix. And that's all I needed. I felt the sauce would have overpowered it and probably canceled it out. And it just would have been all that hard work for nothing. And then the second rack, I found this at the old Sam's Club. Kinder's got the business. I think we all know that by now. This is the Cuban Blend. This is real good. The citrus and the garlic and the pepper stands out. Amazing. It goes well on pork, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go good on some chicken. So I'm definitely going to have some chicken videos coming out with this right here, and most likely a few different cuts like wings, thighs, breasts, maybe even a whole chicken as well. So that's all I did with that, and let these bad boys sit overnight in the refrigerator. Took them out, let them come to room temperature. Went ahead and got my fire cup, fired that bad boy up, loaded up the Kingsford, got the Char Griller Legacy running. And of course, like I mentioned, I used some of that Kingsford Cherry Wood Chunk. So this is a great cook. Just something spur of the moment. I wanted to try these flavors and see how they matched out, and they matched out pretty good. All right, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on other social media platforms. Follow me on Instagram at NotAllSmoke78 and on TikTok at NotAllSmoke. All right, this is Kenan from In the Smoke with Kenan. Y'all be cool, be safe, be smart. One.